Oh yeah, this is the one right here. And it looks good too. Oh, hey, what's going on? As you guys can see, I'm just making today's video. And from the looks of it, it looks amazing. So why don't you guys come on over here and let's dig in. Hey everyone, I am the hero, known as Cool G. I hope everyone's having a great day today. I definitely am, because it is another amazing day for us to follow our dreams, and who doesn't want that? If you guys didn't get a chance to check out my last video, it was all about how to motivate yourself in 3 steps. I mean, these are the 3 steps that help me to motivate myself, so I hope that you guys can find something that helps to motivate you. That word from the beginning looked pretty good, right? I made it with all the spices of motivation and compassion that I could find. I hope everyone's excited, because I have a great word of motivation for you all about how to schedule your day. So without further ado, sit back, relax, and let's get to the video. All right, everybody, this is my daily routine, and I'm gonna break it up in 3 parts: the morning routine, my midday routine, and my evening routine. And quick disclaimer, all of these things that I'm gonna talk about, they help me with my daily routine. And if there's something that you find helpful that I'm gonna talk about, please add it to your daily routine. I know not everything that works for me works for you, but I hope that it helps. So let's get into it. Starting with my morning routine. One of the first things that I do when I wake up every morning, number 1, I stay off my phone. I stay off my phone because I find that every time I wake up to my phone, I'm not giving enough attention to the beginning of my day, when I need to be relaxed and calmed, and I need to kind of collect all of that energy so that I can get through anything that I need to get done in the day. And I find that it is also, it brings a little stress and anxiety. You're checking your email, or you're on social media, or you run to, call or text somebody. You're not really giving time for yourself to start your day. What helps me is staying off of my phone at least 30 minutes to an hour after I wake up. The second thing that I do after I stay off of my phone is I stretch it out. I find that stretching right when you wake up is a good way to kind of wake up your body and help you get ready and prepared physically.
Let's stretch first. I don't want to pull my hammy or whatever.
Okay.
I stretch from about 10 to 15 minutes, no more than 20 minutes. And they're just simple stretches. I'll stretch up to the sky, reach my hands out like I'm touching the stars. I'll try to, reach for my toes and really kind of work out my back. Just anything that's simple that helps me to wake up. The third thing that I do every morning is I eat early. For me, eating early is between 8 o'clock and 10 o'clock. I know that what works for me doesn't work for you. So if you find that a different time in the morning when you eat breakfast works better, please do that. Make sure it's something healthy. Make sure that it's early enough to where you eat, you can get your digest your food so that you got the energy to tackle whatever the morning brings, so that you can go from morning to your midday. And even if I make breakfast a little late, I won't beat myself up about it. The fourth thing that I do is I meditate. You put on some nice instrumental music, you just find a quiet space that you can call your own, and you just kind of breathe in and breathe out, kind of getting centered in the beginning of your day. For me, and for most of my Christian brothers and sisters out there, meditation is reading your daily devotional, reading a scripture from the Bible, or just praying to the Lord. Every day I wake up, I read my daily devotional. It's by Daniel Ryan Day, who is one of the co-hosts of the radio program Discover the Word. I really like this book. It's 365 devotions for men by men. And for those of you who don't know what a devotional is, they're basically just stories from the Bible and from testimonials of those who are Christians that are uplifting and motivated, for men, for women, for elderly, for children, to kind of pump some motivation and some inspiration in your life. I find that when I wake up and I read my devotional, it really sets the tone for me spiritually, so that I have the energy, not only mentally, not only physically, but spiritually. I definitely encourage those of my brothers and sisters in Christ to, if you haven't, find a devotional that works for you. With the Lord, you can do anything. So read a devotional. And the last thing that I do is I list my plans for the day.
Oh my gosh! A floating shopping list!
Anything that I need to get done in the day, I make a mental and sometimes a physical note of writing down all the things that I want to get done in my day. And then I prioritize what's more important and what's least important, so that I can get the important stuff out of the way and then do the smaller stuff that I love to do. So for me, it could be like, I have to wash my car, I gotta cut my dog's hair, and I gotta do the dishes. So I'll make a mental note or a physical note of that, and then I'll be like, okay, what needs to come first and what can I do last? Listing out everything that I want to get done in my day helps me to stay organized, and it helps me to center my focus on the things that I need to get done. Especially if you have to physically write them down. I find that when I can see the things that I have to do, it makes it easier for me to organize them into my head. Doing all of these steps every morning helps me to stay focused, organized, and energized, and sets the tone for how the rest of my day is going to go. The next part of my daily routine is my midday routine. This is a crucial part of my routine because it's in between, my morning routine and my evening routine, and it's kind of the glue that puts it all together. And so my first point in my midday routine is focus on you. Now, this means several things, but the main thing that it means for me is I'm setting time aside not only to, work towards the things I need to get done, like my responsibilities, washing the car, doing the dishes, etc., but also reserving time on the side so that I can focus on taking steps towards following my dreams. My dream is to be a motivational speaker. So what do I have to do? I make sure every day to focus some time on working towards that goal by reading literature. I'll research positions and roles that I can apply to that will give me more experience. And I'll reach out to people who are already motivational speakers and ask them for some advice and for some things that I need to work on so that I can achieve my goal. And for you, it might be something different. You might want to be a professional athlete. So what do? You focus time in the gym, you focus time on the courts or on the field, and you focus some time maybe in the library reading up on how you can be even better. My advice for this one is to focus on you. The next part of my midday routine is to take needed breaks. It is as simple as it sounds. We're only human, guys. We're not programmed to work hours on end without taking needed breaks. I encourage anyone out there who's like me and likes to just rush to get something done or focus all of my time and effort and energy on this one task that I'm doing, that I just forget, I should probably get up, stretch around, and maybe go grab something to eat. Back away from the project or the thing that you're working on. Maybe go get some fresh air outside. Definitely take time for a lunch break, and that can be between 30 minutes to an hour. Enough time for you to get something good in your stomach, maybe watch some TV or call a friend, and then return back to whatever you were working on. Because if you don't, then you overload your mind, you have a hard time thinking, and you physically feel stressed out too. Trust me, I've been there. I know some of you guys can relate. So just remind yourself, take needed breaks. You got this. The last thing in my midday routine that I have to remind myself of all the time is to take care of myself, or in this case, take care of yourself. Staying healthy is a big part of making your whole daily routine function and successful, because if you're not able to function at full 110% capacity, then how are you going to expect good results from anything that you do? Just like we all need breaks every now and then while we're working, we also need to remind ourselves, save some time to work on your health. If you find that you need to have time to exercise every single day, work it into your schedule. Don't just find time to do it, make time to do it. There is nothing more important than your health. It doesn't matter if you have a job, it doesn't matter about what people think or say. I encourage you guys to reserve some time to take care of your health. The last part is my evening routine. And my evening routine helps me to get ready for the next day. And I start my evening routine by eating dinner between 7 and 9 o'clock. Eating between this sweet spot helps me to digest my food at a good time so that I'm not trying to rush my body to go to sleep early when it still has to, process everything that I ate. If you find that eating dinner between 7 and 9 might be a little too early, might be a little too late, do whatever works best for you. But I definitely encourage eating before 10, because I find that when I do, I end up not going to sleep until like midnight or 1 just because of everything else that I have to try to get done. So I encourage you to find a time that works best for you and eat something healthy. The next part of my evening routine is getting relaxed before bed. This is an important part for me because this is the time where I already put everything away. I did everything that I needed to do. So now I'm just coming back and picking up my pieces and just kind of getting back in that relaxed and calm state. And so the way that I get relaxed before bed, I take a nice warm shower, I read a book before I go to sleep, read a chapter, nothing too long, so that I'm getting the right mental state so that I can go to sleep and stay calm. So the next thing that I do, right after I get relaxed and I took a shower and I, maybe stretched a little bit and read my book, is I continue to stay off my phone, especially in the bed. I never go to bed with my phone. For someone like me who stares at a screen all day, I check my phone, I watch TV, I gotta give my mind a break. Constantly staring at a screen is like really straining for your eyes. I know some of you can relate to that out there. I remember somebody tweeted me something and I was like, okay, I'm gonna check the tweet real quick. It ended up being 3 hours before I went to bed. The last thing that I do, a part of my evening routine, which is a part of the grand scheme of my daily routine, is I reflect on my day. I find that self-reflection is a very important part of ending your day because you not only get to look back at the things that you got done, give yourself a round of applause and a pat on the back for all that you accomplished, but also you can see how you can do things better the next day. Reflecting on my day also helps me to figure out things that I want to do tomorrow so that I can check that off of my list for the next day. And so I encourage you to reflect on your day. Give yourself praise for the stuff that you already did. And I guarantee when you do, you'll feel a lot better about yourself and you'll have a little more confidence. Because remember, you can do it. I don't know what it is that you're trying to do, but you got to believe in yourself before anybody can believe in you. And if no one else does, well, check this out. I believe in you. Although my daily routine seems perfect, I'd like to provide some side tips for everybody today because it's not always going to be perfect and you should be prepared, like myself, whenever something goes wrong. The first side tip that I want to say is adapt to changes. Adapt to changes because it's not like every single day is going to be exactly how you planned it. And sometimes life just happens, Maybe something happened to your dog, so you got to run to the vet, or you got to go pick up a relative from the airport because no one else can do it, or you got a dentist appointment that you forgot about, and so you have to go and run and then come back home. But at least you'll have clean teeth. So even though we do our best and try to plan a perfect schedule for ourselves every single day, we have to be willing to adapt to changes and then to continue to move on forward because it's not always going to be easy, but anything that is worth having never is. The next side tip that I want to introduce is be realistic. When I say be realistic, I don't mean try to plan for things that you want to do but that you can't do. Plan for things that you want to try to get done instead of trying to pile up like a million things in one day. Because when you do that, it just adds so much stress and it causes so much like anxiety, like, oh man, I can't get all my stuff done today. I'm freaking out.
You what?
So be realistic with yourself. If you're trying to do a million things in one day, I hate to tell you, but you can't do a million things in one day. So just do what you can do every single day, which leads me into my next side tip. Don't overload yourself. I find that when we overload ourselves with things, it causes a lot of stress and anxiety on us mentally and even sometimes physically. Be realistic about the things that you can get done and definitely don't try to overload yourself. If there's things that you want to get done, like let's say you have like 5 main things that you want to get done like this next week, plan out your day, and if you can't get something done in the day that you plan it, don't overload yourself. Just push it to the next day and give yourself some time to get it done in that day. I hope all of these side tips and all of this advice help you to figure out your perfect schedule to help you stay energized, organized, and focused every single day. And remember, what works best for me doesn't always work best for someone else or for you. So find what works best for you and stick to it. I'm also going to link some articles that I found very useful that helped me to build my daily routine in the description down below. So go check them out. They're worth the read and they might help you out. Man, that was a great word for today. Didn't I tell you? I told you it was going to be good. I hope that you guys found something motivating about this video today. Remember, my daily routine, it works best for me. If it doesn't work best for you, that is completely fine. I just encourage you to find things in your day that help you to stay energized, organized, and focused so that you can work on the dreams that you have and accomplish many great goals you set for your life. If you guys enjoyed today's video, leave a like down below and leave a comment about what helps you in your daily routine. Maybe there's something that I didn't touch on that you want to tell somebody. I'd love to hear about it. Also, subscribe to the channel today to get more motivating words and follow me on this journey as I'm trying to motivate as many people as possible. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter, where I'm always tweeting and posting stuff about motivation and inspiration. And also follow me on Instagram, where you can find me posting funny little shorts and posting more stuff about motivation. Guys, I think I might be a little obsessed with motivation, but that's not a bad thing. Well, that's gonna do it for today's episode. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching, but remember, stay super.